Hey guys, Joe Madden here. It is Friday, and I'm joined by one of my favorite guests, Allie Burns of Picks and Parlays, host of The Morning Wood. Allie, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here again. Always fun to see you.
Yeah, it's always great to wrap up the shows on Friday with you being a guest on here. Always so much fun, Allie. You've just got back from vacation. How was it?
I did. It was awesome. I was in Ohio at Cedar Point Amusement Park, Thrill Park, we'll call it, with my son and my best friend. And it was freaking awesome. And I don't think I've screamed that much at least in 4 consecutive days in a really long time. But I was defying physics all week long. That's what I was doing.
So is it a bunch of roller coasters, or what kind of rides were these?
Oh my God, they're not just roller coasters, they're like the greatest roller coasters ever. Like most amusement parks and theme parks only have roller coaster, like 1 or 2 that go over 200 feet. Cedar Point has 7 of them, okay? And it's right on Lake Erie. Like I can see you from the top of some of those roller coasters. I can see Canada on a clear day, for that matter. But yeah, so it's all Lake Erie and the beach and then the bays and all that. And so you're up way high in the air and you're like, look how beautiful. So it is incredible. I highly recommend it. My mind was blown. Like I'm all jazzed over this. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and it was way, way better.
Okay, I need to know. So you're a screamer. Do you also close your eyes and grip the handles, or are you putting the hands up in the air?
I am arms up, and I'm that one who's like, here we go. Yeah, like I'm screaming. I want to see everything. But my best friend, he is obsessed with roller coasters. He goes to like everywhere to do roller coasters. He'll be at Disney World 10 days from now, actually doing a week of that. It's just his thing he does, but he's an eye closer and he holds on for dear life. He's like, I will tightly grip the security bar that they have provided for me and I will close my eyes. I'm like, dude, come on. But I will say there's a certain beauty to it. Like when you do close your eyes, because like sometimes you've ridden one coaster so many times, you want to try it different ways. You're like on this side. I'll close my eyes. And so there's something beautiful about closing your eyes and just kind of moving through the universe, at high rates of speed and then being randomly flung around and just going with the flow. It was really good. It was really, Michigan. So you've been many times, Mike T, you know what's good.
Yeah, he definitely has. Says it's super fun, worth checking out. Well,
awesome.
I don't know. Every time I got on a roller coaster in the last 5 years, I thought of that Final Destination movie. Freaked me the heck out. So my eyes are closed and I'm holding on for dear life.
I just figure what's the worst that's going to happen. I mean, I know what the worst that can happen is, but there is zero I can do about that once the ride starts,
Absolutely.
So I'm on it. Let's go. Let's just ride. We'll see what happens here.
And in that regards, I'm not afraid to go bungee jumping, go skydiving or anything like that, but the roller coaster.
See, that's not me. I am not bungee jumping or skydiving. I don't need that. I'm good. That's where my scare factor goes.
Oh, okay. I love bungee jumping. It's my favorite. I jump off anything. I want to go to Vegas and jump off the stratosphere. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm guessing you haven't done that?
No, it's not my jam. I'm not into, if I'm strapped into you, I'm pretty good. If I'm contained into a space, I'm cool, but for lack of a better term, I don't have the balls to jump off of something. Like I used to do cliff diving when I lived in the Pacific Northwest and even at Lake Mead in high school. Cliff diving was one thing, cliff jumping. But yeah, no, not off a building. I don't think I need to be involved with that.
So I'm not going to invite you to jump off the stratosphere with me then. I was going to invite you.
I'll go with you. I'll root you on. I'll take your picture. I'll do all those things.
Okay, Allie, it's a deal for sure. Let's talk some MLB today. Anything that you're liking on the card today?
Oh, wow. I have been so 50-50 in my MLB action that it's literally, the contest, the Handy Capitan contest that goes on over at Picks and Parlays, the month-long contest. I've been 1-1 for the last 6 days in a row. It's just
I hate things like that. Yeah,
I've been jamming. Yeah, not a ton I can do about it. I mean, I always kind of like Nationals games to go under because they don't really hit, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, Pitt's always such a solid bet because how good they are right now, but not really in love with Falter and not paying the juice. And or not Pitt, Philly. Sorry,
Yeah.
Philly's playing Pitt. It is like an in-state rivalry, so I'm not super sure on that. Always liking the Blue Jays right now. Love your Blue Jays. And the over. I mean, I've been taking a lot of
Yeah.
Blue Jays overs and Blue Jays team totals over as well. But today is just not a card that I'm in love with, like, to be perfectly honest.
I hear you on that. And we've got lots of action, though, with college football kicking off tomorrow. Have you already started looking at these lines? Week 0 kicking off, then we got week 1. Is there anything that's catching your eye? Anything that you think we should get in now before the numbers move?
One thing that, speaking of numbers moving, one thing that stood out to me when I did a free pick before I went to Ohio, Hawaii was at a +7, and that had already moved up. Now they're at a +9.5. I don't know if this is just all the action coming in on an SEC team. This Vanderbilt team is not a good team. I know Hawaii's not a great team either, and they had a lot of turnover in coaching and quarterbacks and things like that. But 9.5 points for this team to fly across 3 time zones, is just not. Sorry about that. It's just not my jam. So I definitely am leaning into a Hawaii +9.5. Scott Reichel and Lenny loved it going over, so I think my play is going to be teasing Hawaii and the over. That is my official play. Tease Hawaii and the over.
Interesting way to take it. We know Vandy was absolutely terrible last season. It's one of those teams where you're asking them to cover 9.5 points. It's definitely a lot.
And they were I think they were 1-3 against the spread, or 1-4 against the spread last season as a favorite. So it's just like, it's on top of that. It's just not something you're good at doing. Covering is one thing as a dog. They covered a lot as a dog, but it was because they were getting so many points, and they're kind of one of those look over them teams. No one's really going to like play their hardest to beat the, smash Vandy. You play, you get your lead, you sit your starters, wait for next week kind of a deal,
Absolutely. My only concerns with Hawaii, though, is like you said, new coach, new quarterback, new receivers, but they had struggles defensively too last season. Some defensive players back. I don't know. It's kind of going to be a ugly game.
Yeah, I'm not super. I don't know why my phone isn't on silent. It's literally always on silent.
It's okay. You can always answer it too, Allie. Someone's super excited to talk to you today. I don't blame them. I'm excited to talk to you too.
Well, stop. I'm kind of a big deal.
You are kind of a big deal. What happened on Morning Wood this week? I don't know how they survived without you. How was the show today?
Detroit Lenny held it down. Speaking of Detroit Lenny, his play, if you guys want some more free picks, Detroit Lenny is like the captain, master of teasers, and he has teased every NFL game tonight under. That's what he has done. Okay. All the NFL games, he teased them under on one card. So you guys might want to look into that if you're into that. There were some good UConn in-play games. Stay away from the UConn game unless you're going to in-play it. That's what we talked about. And the North Texas game, we also like that to go over. And Rye Cape, one of our hot cappers, he calls it the Rye or Die play of the day is the Braves. Nice. So lots of plays from the Morning Woodies today. Check us out every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tons of free picks coming in on that show.
Yeah, I like it. The Braves looking good for today. I don't know. I think this game could go either way. I'm not loving the Braves on that money line. It's high. Did you guys talk about run line or first 5 run line or anything like that with that game?
For me, like Braves and Cardinals are just 2 of my plays I've been cashing on. Yeah. So I don't know where to go in this one. I'm kind of just waiting to see where the game doesn't start till 8:15 Eastern. So I've got time to watch the line move. I know it went from a 7.5 to a 7. For me, that's an overplay. Like it just, the way that these bats have been rocking on both sides of the bait, or on both sides, on both teams. I can't say what I'm trying to say. To me, like over 7, it almost seems too easy. I gotta look. This is a wait for it game for me, but I know that a lot of people really do like the Braves today, so it's just hard for me to fade the Cardinals. And yesterday I did this whole speech on my show about, everyone likes the Guardians, and I'm like, I just don't want to go against the Mariners because you don't get in front of teams that are on hot streaks. It's not what you do. And then for my handicappy Tom play, I take Guardians first 5, thinking McKenzie's cool. I look over, Mariners don't typically score too early. This makes sense to me. And then I took the play and I lost it, and I literally did exactly what I told everyone not to do, and I'm kicking myself. So
don't you hate that when you go against your own advice? It definitely is not a good way to go. You know what you're doing, Allie. You've got
sometimes I like to think so. Sometimes.
Okay. Preseason football. How's that treated you so far? Have you been betting it at all?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm just kind of watching. I'm not the biggest football fan either. I'm college basketball and I'm baseball. So football is not necessarily my jam. I've been following along. It's been fun, but I am preparing for fantasy football. I'm in 2 leagues, the Picks and Parlays handicappers. All the pros are in a league. And then my Parlay group have a league. And so I'm just I don't want to get any information in my head that's not going to be usable in the regular season, because I'm trying to use this season to really absorb as much NFL as I can. That makes sense.
So you have a Picks and Parlays fantasy league, your ladies fantasy league. When are you drafting for these?
Tomorrow is the Parlays, and Lenny gave us a lot of tips. So I've got all kinds of tips on, don't draft your quarterback until the 5th round unless it's Josh Allen or Josh Allen. Exactly.
Unless it's Josh Allen. And don't take Kirk Cousins. I was in a fantasy league once, and I was partnered with someone. I said, don't take Kirk Cousins. And who did they take? Kirk Cousins. They went exactly against everything that I asked them to do. And we got all the players I didn't want. Everyone's like, why are you taking Kirk Cousins in the first round? It was a couple of years ago. Was not pretty.
Yeah. I had Devin Hester. It was Devin Hester's quarterback. Jay Cutler was my quarterback one year. And I had Devin Hester too. And it was horrible. My first year I ever did fantasy football, it was I'm going to let the universe decide for me, and whatever happens, happens. And I auto drafted, and then I switched people around, and I didn't trade a lot, and I didn't know about the waiver wires and things like that. And I just kind of let it happen, and I won my league. So then year 2, I'm here we go. Now I'm good at this. And so I'm going to pay attention and make decisions. That was a bad choice. That was a bad decision, because I think by week 4 or 5, I was completely over it. Didn't even care anymore. Yeah, this stinks. This is dumb. It's not fun if you don't win.
Yeah, it was probably the same year I was playing it too. I was week 5, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to put time in this. But that was 12 years ago. It was when I was pregnant with my kid, and the year after. So it's been a long time, and I'm ready to come back. I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's talk about your fantasy leagues. What kind of punishments are you guys putting out there for the loser?
You can put punishments out there? Wait a minute. I was going to build some kind of trophy. That's what I was going to do, is build a trophy of some sort for the winner. But okay, well, none of us live, we don't know each other. We don't live in the same states, because we're all over. So I don't know. I mean, give me some ideas. What are my options?
Well, let's talk about the punishments that I've heard from my guy group and why I cannot play in their leagues. Okay. So they take it super seriously. There is a belt the WWE kind of style belt. It's expensive. There's rings. There is tramp stamp tattoos for the loser.
You have that. Find a spot on my body you can tattoo, or on my back you can tattoo, and it's all yours. Yeah.
But for these guys, right? It's all them, right? Not a place a guy normally gets a tattoo. And the nights out to the pub, the belly button rings has been one year. The half tops out to the pub with the belly button ring. The sign saying, I lost my fantasy league. Going everywhere they had to go for a full week.
Oh, Lenny does. Lenny and his wife are in the same league, and whoever, I think it's loses week 1, has to change their team name to Lenny's wife's team, or Amanda's husband's team, or something. They have a fun little thing that they do that.
There's so many different punishments, you guys. Everyone in here watching, let me know what your fantasy league punishments were, because there is like people do extreme things.
Yes, lay them on us because I need to know. Hit me at Plus Money Honey and give me some lists, man, because I got to get these girls on point here.
Oh, you absolutely do, because like you said, there was years when we were just like giving up at week 5. Well, if you got this huge punishment, you're not giving up at week 5. That's for sure.
No, that's very true. You're going to duke it out till the end.
You absolutely are.
The other one, the Picks and Parlays League, is Craig Trapp and Detroit Lenny and Nick and Tim Earl, Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room, I think Sean Higgs. So it's like all the pro cappers at Picks and Parlays. Hannah Mears, we got a new host. Hannah Mears from Pittsburgh is a new chick who works at Picks and Parlays. So she's in. Keep your eyes out for her. But yeah, lots of fun. We'll see. I'll probably win that one just because I'm the worst at it.
You're totally going to win it. I think you're going to do well. And I have checked out her videos. She is doing great. So,
she's darling, huh?
Pardon? Yes,
she's darling, huh? Darling. She's really cute.
Absolute darling. JPZ, if you've already got it, I don't know. But
that's what I said. Like, if you could find an empty spot on my back to put another tattoo, then you can have it, man. Go for it.
But the tattoos are normally bad. Someone is like hand drawing them. It's not like your choice.
Right.
Right. It's whatever everyone picks there.
Oh, that's rough.
It really is. Belly ring, I guess it is.
I love it.
I love it too. I can't wait to hear. You're going to have to come back on and tell us about what the punishment is going to be, Allie, because I know it's going to be something fun and entertaining for sure.
I'm on top of this now. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely have to have it. What is happening next week on the Morning Wood?
So Morningwood, I mean, we got football going on. It's going down for real. So you guys will also don't forget every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, the last Woody standing contest starts. Okay. Free contests. Excuse me, a free contest for $100 and a Picks and Parlays t-shirt or a Morning Wood t-shirt. You just give us one pick under -150. You come back every day with one pick until you lose or until you're the last Woody standing. It's a lot of fun. We do one every week starting Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So check that out. We've got a bunch of NFL and college football total chaoses that are coming up this week. It's 2 or 3 of the pro handicappers on the site. I put them head to head or head to head and give them 5 games. They have to tell me if they go over or under. So keep your eyes out for the Total Chaos episodes. Finally, football is here. Viewers go down during baseball season. So it's exciting to get some content that people are really excited to watch. So that's what we're kind of up to this week. And then, of course, the Picks and Parlays Power Hour at 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, all football, CFL, EPL, regular NFL, college football. It's all there on the Power Hour at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, I love it. Do you have any promotions going on right now with Picks and Parlays that you want to give out a code, Allie?
We do. If you want to sign up for BetMGM, they're the official sponsor and sportsbook of Picks and Parlays. Download that app and use the promo code MORNING, MORNING, like Morning Wood. And that'll give you up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet. And if you're in the state of Kansas, an additional $200 in free play money. You don't even have to deposit, just $200 in free play money plus $1,000 risk-free first bet. So that's huge. And if you guys want to go buy premium plays that you can then bet at BetMGM, go to picksandparlays.net, pick any one of our amazing handicappers, use the promo code NFL, and it saves you 20% off whatever's in your cart at checkout. So, and definitely check out the leaderboards. When you hit picksandparlays.net, all the cappers are on the leaderboards. You can see who's hot, who's not. It's really, really a great site to use. I love our site. I don't even buy picks, and I love our site. I check it all the time. So just to see who's hot.
That's fantastic. And I love how you talk with your hands. I'm a hand talker too. I'm
Italian.
I try to hold them down. I feel like one of those puppets some days because my hands just go everywhere all the time. And I'm holding a pen, so I keep them down and pushing my elbows onto the thing. But I love you talk with your hands. It's not distracting at all. Someone told me I was way too distracting, and that's why I do this. But I love it. I love it, Allie.
I'm Italian. It's just how I talk. A lot of times I'll see these nails are painted and these aren't, because on the Morning Wood show, I'll sit there and paint my nails just to keep my hands down. Total chaos. I'll do the same.
All the tricks. Allie, it's always a pleasure having you on. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Good luck.
You too.
Crush the
Thank you
books
so
this week.
much. And I'll see you on Morningwood next week. Come in next week sometime. We'll set something up so you can come on the show. They were asking about you today. Tyreek, the guy who's going to cooking school to be your personal chef, he was asking about you today. So they miss you. You got to come back on the wood.
I love it. Tell him I've had to go to a restaurant 3 times this week. I really need him to get ready and get cooking for me.
Damn it, Tyreek. Come on.
Damn it, Tyreek. You guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. Make sure you go over and give Allie a follow on Twitter at @PlusMoneyHoney. Go follow Picks and Parlays. Don't miss out on any of the amazing content they have out. Thanks, Allie.
Thanks.